Imagine a machete that's also an axe, a saw, and a hammer. The Terex Omniblade is a hefty 5-in-1 multi-tool that solves a key survival dilemma, choosing between tools. The advantage is obvious. One device replaces an entire set, saving both space and weight in your backpack. The makers even promise to post a YouTube video showing how they survive with it in the forests of South Carolina. Prices start at $50. The Gerber Double Down folds in half like a butterfly knife, turning a full-size machete into a tool compact enough for a backpack. A clever 4-lock system lets you fix the blade in 3 different positions depending on what you need to chop or cut. The 420HC steel isn't the hardest, but it can be sharpened with almost anything you have on hand in the field. Gerber backs it with a lifetime warranty. If it breaks, they'll send you a new one. In 1941, Swiss engineer Frederick Ersum invented the Woodman's Pal, a machete with a sickle-shaped hook that the U.S. Army used in the jungles of the Pacific. Made from 1075 steel, it fells 4-centimeter saplings in a single swing, while the sharpened hook grabs the cut branches and piles them up. You can choose a handle made from 32 stacked leather washers for shock absorption or ash wood with finger grooves. It's available for $150. Forget everything you know about pocket axes. The CRKT Provoke X opens with a flick of the wrist thanks to its patented kinematic design. It folds down to smartphone size, then becomes a full-size axe in seconds. The D2 steel with a titanium nitride finish could survive the apocalypse, while the deadbolt lock secures both the blade and the spike. When closing it, a safety automatically engages. Every detail is thought through. This axe can be yours for $350. Now we're done with sharp steel and moving on to gadgets that save lives in other ways. The Tiny Blast is a titanium whistle the size of a coin, blasting 120 decibels like a jet engine. It weighs just 2 grams, hangs on your keys, and waits for the moment you need it. Even a weak breath turns into a powerful sound wave thanks to its optimized chamber. As a bonus, it comes with a silicon nitride glass breaker that will come in handy when things go wrong. 2 whistles cost $30. By the way, let us know in the comments, do you carry something like this, or do you just trust your luck? The Viperade VAC 6 combines a 5-chromium-15 molybdenum vanadium steel blade with an LED flashlight and a plasma lighter, but the best part is its built-in hand crank generator. The blade folds into the handle with a safety lock, so accidental cuts are out of the question. The flashlight runs for 2 hours on a full charge, and the pulse lighter delivers 100 ignitions, each lasting 8 seconds. Is the battery dead? Just crank the handle. 1 minute of spinning at 120 to 180 RPM gives you 3 ignitions or 8 minutes of light. When you're not outdoors, you can charge it via its Type-C charging port. With an IPX6 waterproof rating, it's fully sealed against water. The price starts at just $29. After 3 years of testing prototypes in the wild, Australian experts came up with the Alton Walkabout Swag. It's a shelter that weighs only 1.5 kilograms and packs down to the size of a 2-liter bottle. The nanopore fabric withstands 20,000 millimeters of water pressure, the equivalent of diving 20 meters underwater, yet it still breathes. 3 aluminum poles hold the structure steady, even in a storm. And the Dyneema guy lines are stronger than steel, but 15 times lighter. Alton backs the shelter with a lifetime warranty, confident they'll be replacing it well into your retirement. It's available for $700. Your knees take the worst beating when working on the ground. Luckily, the No Cry Professional knee pads for $28 fix that problem decisively. The dual-layer system combines gel and EVA foam. The gel molds to your knee shape, while the foam absorbs impacts from rocks and concrete. The TPR cap grips any surface like a suction cup while shielding you from sharp objects. Reinforced straps with military-grade rivets keep them in place all day, so you'll forget you're even wearing them. The breathable 600D mesh keeps your knees from overheating. At this price, you won't find anything more dependable. The HX Outdoors Mountain, with its curved D2 steel blade, delivers blows that concentrate all force into the point of impact. Its 58 HRC hardness means the edge stays sharp for months, so you can forget about bringing a sharpener on your trip. The blade measures 21 centimeters with an overall length of 35 centimeters. This kukri-style knife weighs just over half a kilo. The rubberized handle feels like it was made for your hand, even after hours of hard work. This knife is priced at $80. The Kuiu HD Flex Waders cost as much as a used scooter, about $800, but the price is backed by technology from 3 companies at once. Kuiu teamed up with Japan's Toray and America's Sims Fishing to create waders for hardcore waterfowl hunters. The 4-layer HD Flex fabric is breathable, yet it won't let water through even under pressure. The knees, seat, and shins are reinforced with double weave fabric, since those are usually the first to tear. Neoprene boots with fleece lining keep your feet warm, even in icy water, and the patented tread sheds mud on its own. These waders weigh 2.7 kilograms dry, but when you're standing waist deep in a swamp, weight is the last thing on your mind. The 9KMDW Life Kevlar cord breaks every stereotype about rope. It doesn't stretch, it doesn't snap, and it laughs in the face of fire. It can take the abrasion of scraping over rocks and even double as an improvised saw for softwood. Thanks to its fire resistance, you can use it right over a campfire to hang a pot above the flames and nothing will happen to it. UV light isn't an issue either, so you can leave it in the sun for a year and it'll perform like new. Kevlar was originally designed for bulletproof vests, but now that same tech can save lives in the wild. It costs $10 for 24 meters of cord. "20 years ago, Finnish engineer Heikki Kärnä moved to the forest and grew to hate traditional axes. They strained his back, required full overhead swings, and regularly threatened his legs. Inspiration struck while he was prying up rocks with a crowbar. He thought, why not apply the lever principle to an axe? That's how the lever axe was born, turning the physics of wood splitting upside down. The axe strikes, penetrates a couple of centimeters, then stops. The counterweight on the right forces the blade to pivot sideways, and the log splits on its own with almost no effort from you. The hollow handle made of engineering polyamide reduces weight and increases swing speed, while the head is mounted off-center to shift the balance point. A side hook catches the log after impact, eliminating the chance of hitting your legs. Prices start from $100. The sun has been working for free for 5 billion years, and the Überleben glass mag is all about using it wisely. This 68-gram titanium lens focuses sunlight into a pinpoint hot enough to start a fire. You don't even need batteries, gas, or matches. The natural wood handle lets you control the focal distance precisely. You can watch the dot shrink and grow hotter. Only 300 of these were made, because producing optics of this quality requires near jeweler precision. When every modern gadget is dead, this tool will still be lighting fires. 5 years of clean water for a family of 4, the Life Straw Escape, priced at $330, turns any puddle into drinking water. Its 20-liter tank with triple filtration puts out 1 liter of clean water per minute, faster than you can drink it. The first filter catches dirt and sand. The ultra filter, with 0.02 micron pores, eliminates 99.99% of viruses, including hepatitis A, and 100% of bacteria. Activated carbon with ion exchange removes lead, chlorine, and organic matter, making the water taste better. The membrane is rated for 18,000 liters, enough for a mid-length apocalypse. A built-in pressure release valve prevents system blowouts, and the included backwash syringe extends filter life. Master knife maker Gil Hibben created the Gil Hibben Expendables 2 Bowie for the movie The Expendables 2, and it looks the part, thanks to its polished 3 chromium 13 stainless steel, an ivory-colored handle, and a gold-plated guard. You get 35 centimeters of steel that looks equally impressive on display or in action. A leather sheath with the logo is included, a nod to collectors. The price of this knife is $218. If you appreciate this kind of beauty in steel, subscribe and stay tuned. There are more legendary blades to come. The Evac waterproof bag, priced at $40, solves a long-standing problem for hikers: how to pack a sleeping bag into a backpack while keeping it safe from water. The Evac technology uses a membrane that lets air escape but keeps water out. 4 compression straps evenly squeeze the contents, turning a down sleeping bag into a compact brick. It's made from recycled 70D water-resistant nylon, with all seams sealed using double tape. The white interior coating reflects light, making it easy to find your gear even in the dark. Available in sizes from 5 to 35 liters, it covers everything from socks to a full gear set. The Gray Poncho Tarp settles the tent or raincoat dilemma with a why not both approach. By day, you hike in a poncho, looking like Clint Eastwood in a western. By night, you prop it up on trekking poles and you've got yourself a shelter. For lighter weight, pick the black single silicone version. For extra durability, go with the red or blue models with double-coated 30D nylon. The seams are fully sealed, and the zippers stay dry, even under a bucket of water. The magnetic door clasps let you open and close it one-handed, while the other hand holds a mug of tea. The reflective guy lines prevent midnight trips, and 2 pockets keep your phone from getting lost in the tent. You can pitch it in any configuration. The only limit is your imagination. For 3 years, the team at Dissolve studied how deer see the world and discovered something amusing. That fancy leaf pattern camo of yours? To a deer, it just looks like a big blurry blob with a sharp outline. Deer see like people without glasses, which means that they can't make out fine details, but they instantly notice silhouettes and symmetry. Dissolve camouflage works differently. Its macro and micro patterns break up depth perception, making a deer think it's looking at a bunch of small objects at various distances, not a big guy with a rifle. The company field-tested the pattern for hundreds of hours, filming at different ranges and applying deer vision filters. The result is camouflage that fools not the human eye at a trade show, but actual game in the wild. Soviet Special Forces valued versatility, and their Spetsnaz-style survival machete chops, saws, digs, and even works as a pry bar. The modern version fixes the original's flaws, a full tang construction instead of a hollow handle, and 1080 carbon steel instead of overly brittle steel. At 9.5 millimeters thick, this is no knife. It's a tank in the world of blades. The top edge is chisel sharpened, and there's a nail puller built in. 1 kilo of weight that more than earns its keep through versatility. A bear encounter is not the time for experiments, and the creator of UDAP bear spray knows that better than anyone because he survived a grizzly attack and decided no one else should have to go through it. For $48, you get 225 grams of persuasion strong enough to convince any bear to turn around and leave. The capsaicinoids shoot out in a powerful cone reaching 9 meters. Not a thin stream you have to aim with shaky hands, but a wide cloud that engulfs the bear's whole face. The oil-based formula hangs in the air like fog. The bear won't be able to run through it, even if it tries. The double-walled aluminum canister can survive a fall off a cliff, and the nozzle will still work, even if you press it at an awkward angle in panic. Joe Vogel has set foot on every continent and survived everywhere, from the Amazon to the Arctic, so when he makes a JV survival card, you listen. This plate, the size of a credit card made with German stainless steel, hides an entire fishing and hunting kit. Snap the parts right out of the metal. There are 5 hooks in different sizes, 6 spear tips, a set of offset tooth saw blades, and even components to build an atlatl, the ancient spear throwing device that triples your throwing range. Want to catch an eel? Assemble a trident. Need a frog? Make a harpoon. Birds. The double hook snare is ready in a minute. The chisel punches holes for lashings. The blade cuts and dresses game. It weighs just 60 grams and fits in your wallet, yet can feed you for weeks. All that for $27. Imagine you're asleep in your tent and a bear decides to check out what's for dinner. The TH9S alarm turns an unexpected encounter into a loud siren that wakes the whole forest. The infrared sensor detects any movement within a 100-degree sector at up to 4 meters, whether it's a bear, a thieving raccoon, or a fellow camper just passing by. 4 LEDs act as a strobe to blind and scare off the intruder. The housing is sealed tight enough that each unit is water tested at the factory. The sticker proves it passed. The alarm syncs with smartwatches and other devices, sending alerts straight to your wrist. Anglers can hang it on fishing rods to stop thieves. Hunters set it up around camp. Hostile paranoiacs clip it to their backpacks. It's available for $74. The Luchok D32 trap is a humane way to catch a small bird for study or in an emergency survival situation. 2 metal half hoops with a spring mechanism snap shut, covering the bird with a nylon net. There's no injury. The bird just ends up inside a soft pouch. It measures 32 centimeters wide and 20 centimeters high, sized for songbirds like thrushes or jays. The net's 1 by 1 centimeter mesh makes it impossible for even a sparrow to slip through. The set includes 3 metal stakes with hooks. All you have to do is push them into the ground, set the mechanism, scatter the bait, and wait. The trap weighs just 250 grams and folds into a compact roll. Sometimes, the difference between hunger and dinner is knowing how to work simple mechanisms that have stood the test of time. The price is $25. Damascus steel is made by folding and forging 200 layers of metal into a single blade, and the Macento brings this ancient craft into a modern tool. At 5 millimeters thick, it's both beautiful and built for heavy chopping. The rosewood handle is wrapped in leather, and a free leather sheath is included. This is art you can split firewood with. Kickstarter prices start at $89. If a snake bites you, you have seconds to act, and the Sawyer extractor pump gives you a chance to buy time before you reach a hospital. Forget those Hollywood scenes of sucking out venom with your mouth. This is a 2-chamber pump that creates a vacuum far stronger than your lungs ever could. 4 different size tips, from bee stings to snake fangs, let you pick the right one. Press it to the wound and work the pump with one hand. It draws venom out from under the skin before it enters the bloodstream. The tips can be washed with plain water, and the pump will last for years. Buy it once and carry it for life. It's not a magic wand, but those extra minutes before the ambulance arrives can make all the difference, and it's just $20. Alpswolf turns an ordinary flashlight into a rescue station with a Bring Your Phone Back to Life feature. Its 10,000 mAh battery is enough for 3 full iPhone charges or an entire night of light, depending on what you need more. The L2+45 chip delivers 1,200 lumens, about as bright as a car headlight, with a beam that reaches up to 800 meters. It has 2 lamp heads, each with 3 brightness levels, plus a red and blue strobe for SOS signaling. If you're lost, just switch on the strobe and wait for rescuers to spot you. The thick ABS plastic housing with IP44 protection will survive rain, drops, and rough handling. One device solves 3 problems at once: darkness, a dead battery, and the need to send a distress signal. Climbing a tree to track a deer isn't the same as scrambling up an apple tree as a kid, and the XOPX2 climbing steps make that clear. Made from 6061 and 7075 aluminum, these steps can hold up to 160 kilograms of your weight plus gear, yet the whole setup weighs just 740 grams, lighter than a bottle of water. Each step is 25 centimeters wide, giving you a solid foothold even in heavy hunting boots. The slide lock system connects sections like building blocks, vertically for height, horizontally to get around branches. The sand-coated surface works like sandpaper, keeping you from slipping even in freezing rain. The V-shaped teeth bite into the bark so well, the tree will remember you for years to come. The 12-centimeter offset from the trunk gives your feet enough room so you're not hugging the tree like a koala. 3 ASTM certifications ensure the tree will fall before these steps do. Not bad for $180. Inflating a sleeping pad by mouth at 3,000 meters is a great way to pass out, so Flextail decided to build an electric pump right into the pad. The Air Vortec pump pushes 100 liters per minute, so you just press the button, go pitch your tent, and by the time you're back, your bed is ready. The battery lasts for 10 inflations. Insulation rating options are 9.5 for those sleeping on a glacier, 5.6 for a regular winter, and 3.5 for summer romantics. The warmest version, the R09, weighs up to 668 grams and packs down to the size of a 1-liter bottle, so you'll barely notice it in your backpack. At 9 centimeters thick, it keeps your back safe from every rock underneath. Right now, the crowdfunding campaign is offering a set of 3 mattresses for $259. Almost a steal for this kind of tech. A dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp one, but the WorkSharp Micro Sharpener makes sure that's no longer a problem. It packs a diamond plate for coarse sharpening, a ceramic rod for fine honing, and angle guides for a perfect edge, all in a body the size of a Zippo lighter. But here's the clever twist. It also hides a built-in screwdriver with Torx T6, T8, and T10 bits, which fit 90% of folding knives on the market. Tighten a loose pivot, adjust the lock, or take the whole thing apart for cleaning, all with one tool. It weighs about as much as a pack of gum, hangs from your keys, and works anywhere from a fishing trip to a construction site. WorkSharp makes sharpeners for industrial use, so this little one will outlast 3 generations of knives.